day, dear vinyl community and music lovers. After a little break, I'm back and I decided to make a nice video. I was very inspired by the video from Michael45 where he got this box of first UK pressings, and I am also a original pressing aficionado. I love first pressings. I try to collect as many as I can. Of course, I have not the means and money for buying very expensive records, so I have a limit. But I share this love for original pressings or pressings who are made using the original master tapes, which is now a little controversy, but there are still some very beautiful reissues using AAA, which we will see in this video. I decided to present you one of my favorite bands of all time, not metal, non-metal bands of all time. This is The Doors, and I accumulated over the time with the help of Patrick, the vinyl archivist, a beautiful set of Doors records. And I wanted to show you and give you some, I'm not one who can give advices, but I can share what I hear with my ears and when you look for nice pressings of the Doors. And I just wanted to share this video with these Doors pressings. And I will start with the debut album. I love this record. It's one of my favorite records when it's concerning non-metal. And Patrick, the vinyl archivist, he sent me this beautiful original Doors stereo pressing, Monarch pressing. I think it's on the golden label. It has this inlet. I'm not one who needs near mint or mint inserts or covers, but this is on the golden label, a beautiful Monarch pressing. It has the MO in the dead wax. Sometimes it's MON. Here it is, let me see. Here it is MON, Monarch pressing of the Doors. And with this record it is really interesting. The original sounds very good, but it's bettered, in my humble opinion, by two reissues, two later pressings of this beautiful debut album with this hype sticker. This is the Monarch original first pressing on the gold label. Very nice sounding records. It's not in a near mint condition, it's very good plus. So I decided to check out other pressings of this beautiful record, and Patrick, he told me that two are very good. And one is the famous DCC pressing. This is in mint condition, except the cover has this little seam split, but like I said, I am not one who has to have mint everything. But if the record is like this, the record is complete mint, looks like unplayed, and I got it for a nice price. It sounds much better for my ears than the original Monarch first pressing. I think Steve Hoffman produced it and mastered it and mixed it. I don't know if he mixed it, but he produced it and mastered it. And for my humble ears, he did a very good job. I like the sound of this record very much. It has bigger soundstage like the Monarch. It has more, I think, more dynamics, more bottom end, and like a 3D kind of presentation, which is only topped by my favorite pressing of the debut album, and this is the analog production. And I have to say that I have 4 analog production Doors records, and all of them are my favorite pressings except for one, which is a tie. This is the analog 45 pressing, beautiful mint. I bought it sealed, now it is unsealed. This is my favorite pressing of the Doors. I hate it that I have to change the record after 3 songs, but if you want listening pleasure, this is the way to go. And it's quite affordable now. Still quite affordable. It doesn't break the bank. It's really a wonderful sounding issue of that record from Analog Production. Beautiful, beautiful sound, huge soundstage, fantastic dynamics, beautiful 3D presentation, holographic like they are in your room. Really, really balanced. Sometimes I think the DCC is a little too nice, and this has some of the attack and the punch I think it was intended to have, and a huge dynamic and a beautiful soundstage. And I love the bottom end. You hear everything, the bass, which is really amazing. So I highly recommend this as my favorite pressing of the Doors debut album. I have one more which I will show at the end, but it's not worth mentioning it that much. So now comes a tie. Here I have the Strange Days. I love this album also very much. Very nice Analog Productions again, 45 RPM version. I bought it also sealed. Beautiful, beautiful sound quality. I love it. It's the stereo mix, so therefore it's a tie, because I also love the mono album. And this is my favorite stereo pressing of Strange Days. It sounds miraculous. It's really, really beautiful. Again, Analog Production. All of them are fantastic. This is the stellar issue, a stellar reissue, a stellar production. I love it. It has again this super nice dynamics and wonderful soundstage. Beautiful, beautiful pressing. Then Patrick, the vinyl archivist, he sold me that mono first pressing of Strange Days on the golden label, and it's really in a very, very good condition. At least very good plus, maybe even near mintish, a little bit like that. Beautiful, really beautiful pressing. Wonderful condition. Again, the cover is not in near mint. I don't care, but I love the difference between them. This is more in your face. I like the mono sound of Strange Days. It's a tie with a little favor to the presentation of the mono mix, but the sound on the stereo Analog Production is better in my ears than the mono, but I prefer the mono mix. So it's a tie, and since I love both, I said I have now this from Patrick, the mono, so I wanted the stereo also, so that I have both. Both are highly recommended, not cheap. That is the problem. You have to buy at least 80-100 euros for that one and for the other one. Even a little bit more for the Analog Production, maybe, if you want it sealed. But I don't regret a cent. Then comes Waiting for the Sun. I have two. Waiting for the Suns. This is my favorite one. I don't have the Analog Production yet. I may get it because this is the golden first pressing. I'm not sure. I think it's a US golden pressing. I have to check if it's a Monarch. The condition is not super excellent. It's very good. Maybe a very good plus. This is a Terra Haute pressing. It's okay-ish. It's not bad. It has some hairlines. It has some paper swishes. It is a very, very good sounding pressing. Not super fond. Yeah, it's not my favorite Doors record. It's a good one, but not my favorite one. Sound-wise, it is not on par with the debut and Strange Days. A little bit. It lacks, in my opinion, it lacks the fullness and the richness. It has good dynamics, but it's not like Strange Days or later on Morrison Hotel or my favorite Doors, LA Woman. This is a very good one if you find this in a good condition, but I think I will get the Analog Production at one point. I'm sure it will beat it up. Until now, I'm fine with this one, and I have one more. I think this is also, let me see. Yes, this is also a later US pressing, but not very much work. I think it's on par with the Golden Electra a little bit. You can hear it that maybe it's a later tape, but it sounds still very good compared to the German I had. I gave that away. But the Golden Electra is, of course, my preferred one, but I think the analog production will beat it. So then I have a very good one for those who cannot afford the analog production or the DCC. I only have one DCC. This is a German Alsdorf, I think, repress of, I think it's a repress, yeah, of the Morrison Hotel on the Butterfly label in an immaculate condition. And I have to say, this is really astonishing. It's like 15 euros or 20 euros, and it really sounds fantastic. It's a really fantastic sounding record. The German, yeah, I think it's PF in the dead wax. That seems like an Alsdorf pressing plant. It's really fantastic. I had it for a long time, and then I decided to buy the analog productions, but it's really not night and day. This is for value for money. Excellent. Full rich 3D sound, huge sound stage, nice separations of the instruments, and very affordable. So then, of course, I went and I got the analog production of Morrison Hotel because I like this. It's I think I will rank them later, but this is also one of my favorite doors. It's really good, and again, a fantastic sounding pressing of analog productions, worth every cent I paid for it. Immaculate condition, of course, was sealed. Beautiful copy. But if you don't have the money, you can do nothing wrong with this early German pressing. It sounds not 100 euro cheaper. So then comes my favorite doors. Oh no, first comes my less favorite doors. This is a US pressing, I think, yes, a US pressing of Soft Parade. Not my favorite doors, it's nice, but this is my least favorite ones. Oh, it's a gatefold, interesting. I did not know. US pressing, I will check the labels. I think it's on the red labels, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Yeah, no, it's Butterfly label. What is it? It is SP. I have no idea what pressing plant. It sounds very good. SP, maybe Patrick knows what SP means. Special press, maybe specialty press, something like this. Immaculate condition, very good sounding record. But like I said, it's not my type of Doors music. It's my least favorite one. I just don't like Touch Me. Freaking hate that song. Touch Me, it's not my Doors. I think Jim Morrison also didn't like it very much when I read the biographies. Not my favorite Doors, but this is a good sounding record. I only have this American one, found it in a German record store, bought it for 20 euros to complete the collection. Yeah, good sounding one on the Butterfly label, but I think there are better ones out there. But for me, I don't like it so much, so I don't get a more expensive one. Patrick the Vinyl Archivist gave me this as a present, because we also always exchange records, and he gave me this original Terra Haute. Beautiful Doors, original pressing with this inlay. You can, this see-through inlay, the original cut round corners. I think it's with this inlay. Not super fond of this cross stuff. Oh yeah, it's also on the Butterfly label. And it is a Terra Haute pressing, CSM, it is there, I think. CSM. Yeah. Original US pressing. Very beautiful. Good sounding record. Fantastic sounding record. I had this a long time, and then I decided, when I started getting the analog productions, they all said that the LA Woman is the best of this release from Analog Productions. So I just waited, and then when I had the financial means, I grabbed it from Analog Productions, and what I read was right. It is the best sounding version I ever heard. I had a German one, I had a UK one, I now had this American one from Patrick, and then I bought this wonderful sealed analog production issue of the LA Woman, and it beats them all. It has exactly like the others, huge soundstage, huge dynamics, fantastic holographic presentation, powerful deep bottom end, separation of the instruments. I love what they did to this record. I love it. It's my favorite Doors. This is my favorite Doors. The debut is number 2, Strange Day is number 3, and Morrison Hotel number 4, and 5 is Waiting for the Sun, and Soft Parade, well, number 6. So then I got a really good deal on that one, absolutely live. This is a German first pressing golden label, Elektra. Sounds stunning. Gatefold, love it. Very good pressing. I prefer it over the reissue. They had, I think they made a new one of that. But this is what I heard. I had one from, I think it was a UK, I'm not sure. I gave that away and I found this German golden Elektra labels. Not that cheap, but it sounds also very good. If you find a golden Elektra, either US is the best, of course, but German also is very good sounding pressing. I love this live album. It has a beautiful sound. I don't know if there is a better pressing. I think, of course, the US original on golden Elektra will be better. So then I found this German edition, 2 albums of the Doors. This was the first I got many years ago. It has Strange Days and the debut in butterfly pressings, and both are way inferior. Not bad, but nothing compared to the DCC, to the Monarch, to the even the UK beat them all. It's good to have it. It's nice. I will maybe sell it or exchange it to others. It's nice. I started with that one, and then I heard the other ones and I was blown away. These are good ones if you find it, if you don't have any of them, but it's nothing compared to the DCC versions. I heard the Strange Days DCC, preferred the analog production, preferred the mono Monarch. But these German pressings, these are later German pressings, not a huge fan of them. It's too thin. It has not the bottom end. It has not this holographic powerful presentation I'm used to now by analog production, and even the DCC is beautiful in that way. So, but for completeness and for I just also wanted to share this one. So these are my recommendations for the Doors. First album, get the analog production. Second album, Strange Days, a Thai analog production, and the Monarch mono pressing. For Waiting for the Sun, I only have this golden Elektra of US pressing, and I like it, but I think the analog production tops it. LA Woman, clearly analog productions. Morrison Hotel analog productions, also fantastic. And a Soft Parade, like I said, not interests me very much. Doesn't interest me that much, so I only have Butterfly US pressing, which is good sounding, but not very important to me. So this was a little presentation of the Doors. Thank you for your attention and have a good time.